Bulldog from Dick Murdoch, who thinks he's been robbed of a victory. But Dick, the referee, declared the match a double disqualification. Both teams disqualified.
How can anyone in their right mind double disqualify a team with a caliber of professionalism as Bob Brown and Dick Murdoch? Now, you've seen Gene Kiniski, the former world's heavyweight champion, Canada's greatest athlete, which means nothing in the United States of America. And you saw a snotty-nosed punk kid, Kevin Von Erich, that I will admit is a good athlete, works out, takes care of his body. His family's got a good background in professional wrestling, a good one. But nowhere in the comparison of Frankie Hill Murdoch, my dad, or Farmer Jones, my uncle. And Slam and Sammy Mushnick will tell you that.
Well, Dick, that's not the point. Now, you were complaining that you had a pin taken away from you, but most of the people here and referee Lee Warren thought that you had your feet on the ropes when you had Kevin's shoulders down.
Hey, what can I tell you? You know it yourself. Every one of these freeloaders sitting out here, it doesn't matter who I'm wrestling, they always root for the other person, right? This town has been very, very impartial to Dick Murdoch. I've been robbed a lot of times. And
Kevin Von Erich standing here watching, listening to you. Kevin, you want to come up? Do you have something to say what he's had? Come on up, Kevin.
And I won't rest until it's done, Murdoch. I've got something to settle with you, and I swear I will sell it.
That sounds like a challenge thrown right at you, Dick.
Let me say one thing, Von Erich. If you can't come out here and talk without almost crying, go on home to Dallas, boy. Let me tell you something. Now, if you freeloaders, just hold it, boy. If you freeloaders will listen and pay attention, I'll answer your challenge, Von Erich.
My name's not Boyne. I'm not a kid.
You're a snotty-nosed punk kid. And listen, Larry.
There's no reason for calling him things like that. If you want to wrestle him, go to Sam Muchnick.
If the shoe fits, wear it. Wait a minute. Hey, is this my interview?
That's true. You're on the interview. Okay, go ahead. Say what you have to say.
I know that I'm a professional athlete, and I know that I've got to sign contracts. Go on home, boy, and cry to your mom and daddy. And I know that someday, sooner or later, I'm going to have to wrestle that little kid, turn him over my knee, and slap him like a little baby, and send him back down to Dallas. Now, everybody knows the state of Texas is divided in half, northern and southern part. And everybody knows that everybody comes down around there are sissies and punks. And everybody lives up where I live are men. Now, Sam Muchnick, and I'll say this about Sam Muchnick, he is probably one of the world's greatest wrestling promoters.
That's a change of tune from you.
But he's also a liar and a thief. And if Sam Muchnick has the guts to sign a contract with me and Kevin Von Erich, I'll whip him right here on KPLR Wrestling next week. I'll answer that challenge. Okay. Everybody knows.
Well, let's take a look at the end of that tag match. Our director, Jim Winkle, says they have in slow motion the finish. If we can take a look at the monitor there. Okay, there you are with Kevin Von Erich. Gene Kiniski chasing Bulldog Brown.
Look.
Look at your legs, Dick. Where are your legs?
Where? There's one.
They're up in the air.
Sure, I'm using
slightly up.
Hold him down.
Where was that leg? Was it on the rope or not?
No,
Lee Warren said it was.
It is right. Where they at? It is right directly in the middle of the ring, where it needs to be. Gene Kiniski's the one.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Where are your legs coming from? They were up on the rope, Dick. Right there.
Kevin Von Erich just tried to kick out, and he lifted this big muscular body up off the mat a little bit. That's what happened. Now, I used to think that this KPLR TV had one of the greatest cameramen in the world today and did the greatest wrestling program in the United States and the world. But after seeing this, I can tell that they use trick photography in this just like Muchnick uses in his judgment.
Well, Dick, you made your point. You got your challenge out in the open. We shall see what happens. The match ended, though, in a double disqualification. We'll be back with more action right after this. Shoulder. Murdoch to the ropes. Oh, Murdoch tangled up with Kevin Von Erich. Kevin went sailing over the top rope, 10 foot high above the concrete floor. Kevin with a punch to Murdoch's stomach. Murdoch, even groggy and pain, he's looking around. He's dazed. He's looking for Kevin. Finds him. Murdoch slams Kevin's head into the top turnbuckle. Murdoch, a bit desperate right now, I think. He grabs one of the microphone cables. Murdoch with a microphone cable. Going after Kevin Von Erich. Murdoch with that microphone cable around the neck of Von Erich. Von Erich clamps on the claw again. Von Erich clamps on the claw again. Murdoch turns loose of the cable as the claw takes some more of its toll on Dick Murdoch. Kevin Von Erich crawling over those ropes to get into the ring on top of Murdoch. The claw, the iron claw, puts Murdoch down. Can Kevin keep him there, though? Murdoch will never give up. I'll guarantee you that. Murdoch will never quit. But if he's unconscious, he'll have no choice. Kevin Von Erich with the claw. The crowd standing, screaming. Here comes Bulldog Brown. Bulldog Brown, who was Murdoch's partner last week, came running into the ring. He attacks Kevin Von Erich, the referee calling for the bell. Brown all over Kevin Von Erich. It was a cinch at the iron claw. Here comes Kaniski. Here comes Gene Kaniski. Kaniski after Brown. Joe Tangaro calling for some help. We have a riot on our hands. Kaniski and Brown. Von Erich and Murdoch. Brown pitched to the ropes. Kaniski nails him with a chop to the throat. Kaniski coming to help Kevin Von Erich against Murdoch. Tangaro almost powerless to break up this brawl. Here comes Ron McFarland to try and help restore order. Here comes Rock Hunter, who's on the card later today. We are having a brawl. Referee Lee Warren trying to pull Von Erich. Murdoch, here comes George Wells. Here comes Bruce Reed. Bulldog Brown has... Murdoch wades in. Another smash by Murdoch. Boy, he drives those forearms in there. He's mine, yells Dick Murdoch. Murdoch then bangs the elbow into the forehead of O'Connor. Murdoch says, I guess Muchnick wants a piece of me next. O'Connor in trouble here as Murdoch opens up with a rough tactics and now yanks on the mouth of Pat O'Connor. Dick Murdoch, the Missouri State champion. O'Connor slowly to his feet, and Murdoch drives O'Connor's jaw into the top turnbuckle. I got him now, says Dick Murdoch. He's getting pretty confident. O'Connor whipped to the ropes. Murdoch with the elbow smash. Drops O'Connor. Murdoch to the air. Flying elbow drop. O'Connor stunned. Murdoch misses. O'Connor summoned enough energy to roll away. O'Connor forces Murdoch's head down, and O'Connor stamps right on the face of Dick Murdoch. Murdoch's reputation may come to haunt him. O'Connor knows when you come for Murdoch, you come for a knockdown, drag out, back alley brawl, and O'Connor's giving Murdoch just that. Hard pop to the stomach, doubles up Murdoch. A blast to the nose by O'Connor.
10 minutes of elapsed, 10 minutes left.
Still plenty of time left, 10 minutes remaining, as Dick Murdoch has the Missouri State Championship on the line against Pat O'Connor. O'Connor walks into a knee to the stomach and then a jolt to the chest. An elbow again, right to the lungs, trying to knock the wind out. Murdoch charges off the ropes. Murdoch again lines up O'Connor and walks right into the sleeper. The sleeper hold by Pat O'Connor. The sleeper by O'Connor. He has Murdoch in the middle of the ring. O'Connor trying to put Murdoch away and become the new Missouri champion. Murdoch yanking on the hair, but O'Connor won't give up the grip. And now Murdoch's arms are starting to sag. The legs going limp, jerking involuntarily. O'Connor turning it on with the sleeper. O'Connor trying to become the new Missouri champion. Murdoch trying to keep that blood flow into the brain so he doesn't lose consciousness. That arm's limp. Murdoch barely enough left. He reaches up for the hair instinctively. Murdoch gets to his feet. That's important for Murdoch. O'Connor goes up on Murdoch's back. Oh, and Murdoch ran to the corner, and O'Connor's head was driven into the top turnbuckle. Oh, I'll give that Murdoch credit. Not many people are tough enough, strong enough to withstand that sleeper hold, but Murdoch did it. Murdoch withstanding the sleeper hold. And then Murdoch stomps on the head of O'Connor. Things are getting a little desperate right now for both men. Murdoch knows it. Murdoch pounds on O'Connor's forehead. Opening a cut on his hand. He hit him so hard that he opened up a cut on his hand. Or no, that's blood from O'Connor's forehead, I think. Murdoch stomping on O'Connor. That blood, I thought that the knuckles on Murdoch's hand had been opened up, but instead it's the forehead of O'Connor that has been opened up by Dick Murdoch. And here comes Dick the Bruiser ringside. The Bruiser is in our next match. The Bruiser taking a look in there. He sees that O'Connor is bleeding, and the Bruiser coming up behind Dick Murdoch. Murdoch doesn't even know the Bruiser's there. He just found out. The Bruiser after Murdoch. Dick the Bruiser. This is not a feud. This is a blood rivalry. Murdoch and the Bruiser. Murdoch dives out underneath the ropes, and Joe Tangero's calling for the bell because of Dick the Bruiser coming into the ring. O'Connor bleeding badly from Dick Murdoch, and as soon as the Bruiser saw that O'Connor was bleeding, Dick the Bruiser came into the ring to help out the bleeding O'Connor. Murdoch still has the Missouri title belt. I imagine that Joe Tangero has disqualified Pat O'Connor for interference by Dick the Bruiser. Tangero is explaining it to ring announcer Mickey Garagiola right now. O'Connor, blood all over his forehead from what Dick Murdoch did to him in defense of the Missouri title, and the Bruiser still daring Murdoch to come into the ring. Let's hear from ring announcer Mickey Garagiola.
In 12 minutes and 35 seconds, referee Joe Tangero gives the match to the Missouri State champion Dick Murdoch for outside interference.
Whenever there's controversy, you can almost bet your life that Dick Murdoch is right in the middle of it. Dick Murdoch, the new Missouri State champion. I guess some sort of congratulations are in order to you, even though it was a tainted victory, though.
Certainly there's congratulations due to Dick Murdoch. How many times have I won this Missouri State title outright?
That was the second time you've had it.
And you know, certainly there's controversy when I'm around. There was controversy around when I was born. There was controversy around when first time I come to St. Louis years ago, when Sam Mushnick right then decided to start a conspiracy drive against Dick Murdoch, knowing that one day Dick Murdoch will be the NWA World's Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. And ever since the first time, I'm going to call him Slamming Sammy Mushnick because he needs something to give him a little ego. Slamming Sammy Mushnick saw me years ago and he said, I have got to put this man down. I have got to slow Dick Murdoch down in his tracks because one day he is going to be the greatest athlete the United States has ever had to offer. And that is the world over. As you know, I've been to Japan 20 times. That is more than any other professional wrestler in the world today, I might add. I have beaten with ease Ted DiBiase with my brain buster right there in the middle of the ring. If you'll remember,
on the floor, Dick.
Well, somebody moved the ring. If you'll remember, I defeated Jack Briscoe at the kill right in the middle of the ring with my famed brain buster.
Used it outside the ring, on the floor.
You let me have this interview, please. Your job is to stand here and hold that microphone just like a stooge for Sam Mushnick. Now, last week I didn't want to wrestle Dick the Bruiser. I didn't want to have nothing to do with him because I had my mind geared for another great athlete in Brian St. John. But evidently, Dick the Bruiser went back here in the back room and gathered Sam Mushnick up in some toilet and probably offered Sam Mushnick more money than he's ever seen in his life, $2.81, to get a match with Dick to me. Well, what happened when Dick the Bruiser got in the ring with me? What happened?
Dick, I'll be honest, you took a beating.
Certainly I took a beating. You don't think I got a face like this from sitting at home, do you? I got the only face a mother could love. But who won the contest? Who is the new Missouri State champion? And who comes out here and wrestles everybody they booked me against? And I have never yet to interfere in a match. But lo and behold, what happens? Dick the Bruiser has to attack me from behind. And you're a witness that he did it. And if all these people out here wasn't such liars, they'd know it too. The only reason they're here is because they get in free. Look at that goof. And Dick the Bruiser, knowing that he is not a great athlete, that he is not a great competitor, that he is one of Sam Mushnick's stooges, wouldn't defend his title with the pride that he deserves. Well, I am going right now and saying Dick the Bruiser, Ted DiBiase, Harley Race, Ric Flair, Andre the Giant, whom I thoroughly whipped, and anybody else is definitely in line for a shot at this title. I am going to defend it like a true champion that Dick Murdoch is.
An open contract. Anybody who wants a crack at you, if Sam Mushnick feels they're deserving, they'll get a crack at you.
An open contract. That also includes Bill Longson or Sam Mushnick if he wants to get in this ring. I have had it up to here with Sam Mushnick, and the first time I catch him out in some street corner, some back alley where he hangs out, I'm going to pile drive Sam Mushnick or body slam him.